I want to ask you about your nickname. Like, how did that come about? You might have like one of my favorite nicknames that I've heard of.
Well, basically, a guy called Ricky Wright used to be my mate. And yeah, helped me get into fighting. He used to be my mate, he still is my mate. But because he did all the ring announcing, he said, you got a choice of 3 names. So obviously the foot long, oblong, or la 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 long. So I chose that. Kind of wish I went for oblong now, but they're all pretty good options.
Yeah, I think that's the best one, mate. So you got Subway on your t-shirt as well.
Oh, yeah. Good guy, Nick Pinpagna. He sponsors me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Obviously, you got a big opponent coming up. Does that sort of get you more pumped up for the fight, or is it sort of just business as usual? You're not really bothered who you're fighting?
Yeah, no, I'm happy I got up. I was offered somebody else, and it wasn't as tough. I was always motivated to train and fight, but you know, the ones you think, oh yeah, I can get a win easy there, are the ones you fucking end up losing. You know, they're the ones you kick yourself about. Yeah, but for this one, you know, it's a tough fight. Like it's good, scary, motivating, makes me want to do it. Well, what's the point in doing it otherwise, isn't it?
Yeah. So obviously, you've got quite a bit of big camp, quite a bit of preparation time for it. You're enjoying that, having all that time to prepare?
Ease my way into it now. Yeah, ease my way into it. I've got plenty of time, so I'll probably do like 8 weeks. But for the next, well, I fucking hate the term sort of fight camp. I'm always training, you know. I just gotta drop weight more of rather than if everyone's I'm in a fight camp, oh fuck off. Pardon the fuck up. You train all year round anyway, you know, most of these guys, you know, so the term fight camp is just stupid, I think. But, not going away to a camp refugi. So.
How we found the whole COVID period then? Obviously not been able to get in the gym and whatnot over like lockdowns and that.
Yeah, well, that's shit because I run the gym as well, so obviously my business was closed, but it gives you time to reflect at least and decide where you want. I bought a Concept 2 rower. I went hell for leather on that, really. I think in a year I done 4 or 5 marathons, God knows how many half. Just went out there and did good, honest, hard work by myself, really. But it's nice now that the gym is busy. I think everyone's realised that everyone can do like home workouts, but you need a coach. You know, and how much is how much they want to learn something. After coming back from Corona, not just gym or run or you know what I mean.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about the Matt Academy. How did that get started? And what was your motivation behind that?
Basically, I was fucking fed up of waiting on people. I was always waiting for people for training, and they would turn up late, or I'd go over to the gym and they wouldn't turn up or whatever. So I thought, oh fuck it, if I open my own place, then I can bring in my own coaches, bring in people I want to train with, just do it like that really, rather than trying to outsource it. I thought I'll just build it.
Yeah.
Wayne's World, they will come.
Yeah. What's the journey been like for the gym so far? Obviously, got some great guys at the minute, like Ben Ellis and Aaron.
It's growing. I think most gyms are the same at the minute. You know, when I first started, MMA was the Wild West. You know, it took me 3 pro fights before I knew where a single leg takedown was. So and now you got in every gym you got those kids that everyone's going to be looking out for because they taught a high pedigree from day one. You know, I think some of the students coming through from my gym, I'm sure it's like everyone's gym. You know, some fucking killers out there being taught good, honest martial arts without a lot of the waffle. You know, not a lot of the bullshit that normally comes with martial arts. Like, you have to turn up to promotions or you have to fucking buy my kit and all that shit. That's another reason I opened my gym. I had enough of people like, I used to train all these different styles of martial arts, and it was always, you have to wear this, you have to do that. You have to pay this for this match, you have to do this for that. You're like, fuck off. I hate that, but yeah. I'm not the best businessman, but so I mean, like, okay, it's still, but it's still, yeah.
Very relaxed at your place, then.
Yeah, I mean, thinking when someone deserves a belt, I'm not going to charge them 20 quid for the privilege to turn up at their own gym and get fucking 20, 30 quid they got to pay then me just to say well done and give them a printed out fucking, I don't know, you know what I mean? I just well done, here's the belt.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned about not knowing what a single leg takedown was, because obviously from watching your fights, and I think most people would assume you had a background in grappling.
Yeah, but I did judo, but there wasn't any leg attacks really. Yeah, there was like Morotti Gary or something. I think double leg. By the time I started competing properly with judo, the leg attacks were taken out of the sport, or taken out of the Olympic sport. So. But yeah, I didn't have a fucking clue. Didn't have a clue. And now I just smoke everyone really wrestling.
Yeah. How did you get started in MMA then, like transitioning from judo?
Yeah, I did like judo, type kickboxing, Thai boxing. And when I was doing Thai boxing in a boxing gym, I met a guy called like Ricky Wright. Then a few other guys who did MMA while I was training Thai boxing. And it was pretty much the case of, there's a fight next month if you want to. Yeah, fuck it, go on in. And, that was it. Straight in.
Very relaxed about it.
Yeah, I was always competing in something or another. And my first fight was against a guy called Neil Shorter. So you had long versus shorter.
Yeah, you seem pretty relaxed coming into it. I mean, obviously, yeah, in most things coming into your fights, you seem pretty relaxed all the time. You don't seem like the pressure ever gets to you or anything.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, but there's pressure there all the time. And people ask me now, it doesn't bother you about fighting. It bothers me more than ever because I know the risks. I see the risks. When you're young, you don't give a crap. You're just in for it and fight. But now it's a little bit different when you get a little bit older. You see these, and it's how you handle the pressure then. So yeah, I'm shitting myself.
Yeah. How do you sort of handle it then?
Huh?
How do you
I play a constant game of chicken with myself. So I'm like, well, it's constantly playing chicken. Like, right, you want to do another round? You want to do another day? It's next week. You never know. It might not happen. All right, we've done the weigh-in. It's like I could, just constantly just playing that game of chicken until you hit the cage door close, really. Yeah, and shit out of luck.
Yeah. You always seem pretty not saying you're reckless, but you always seem pretty wild coming out the gate in a lot of your fights.
Oh, I am fucking reckless. I know. I don't really understand the term patience, but I kind of got a thought on it. I know I could be a little bit more patient, and it probably would have won me a couple of the fights that I've lost. For being so strong, aggressive, has won me God knows how many fights in the first round with submissions. I bulldoze, smash, and just rip people's heads off. It's not I kind of think like, well, people say like, oh, what about the next round? It's like, oh well, I got to get there first, innit? We're just even more tired I get, sort of more. I go the Hulk, I get more pissed off, I get more angry, you just go again. But yeah,
fighting like you've left your car in like double yellows and you're trying to get out as quick as you can, like.
Yeah, you're not paid by the minute,
Yeah.
Hour.
Yeah. What are your aspirations for after this one? So you obviously get a win, get a big finish.
Get another one, yeah. Just get another one. Keep going until I either get gold or I don't. So
yeah,
you gotta be just keep fighting. Ideally, you stay with the, keep winning, stay with the promotion, earn lots of money, and then I'll buy myself a piece of land. Find myself I have to go myself a beautiful woman, obviously. Who's pregnant, by the way, so I won't piss her off.
Build a big house on the land.
Yeah, go get a nice plot of land, that type of thing.
Decent, man. Yeah, do you like where you are in Bellator then?
Yeah. Oh, it's a fucking great promotion, in fairness. Like, I'm so thankful for them. Yeah, they're good as gold, mate. You know, like in the top 10, I believe I should be in there with them. It's just got to go and actually prove it now. My last lost. I mean, a boy called cant. He's in the top 10, and I fucking kicking myself because I rushed in. I lost that one, but I kicked myself for that, and I'd love to get that rematch because, I mean, well, he took my place in the top 10, really. Well, he didn't take mine, but you know what I mean? So I believe I'll be at home with nearly anyone in that top 10.
Yeah.
There's a way to win everything. Like,
yeah. The losses in your career, do you always find yourself watching them back after each one and sort of trying to like,
nah, I don't even watch back my wins, man.
Nah, not interested.
Well, I let other people do it. Like,
yeah,
the coaches do it. I probably should. I might like watch it once, but yeah, realistically, I know what I've done wrong. You know, I've just got hit for it, or I've just, I've got hit for it. I know what I've done wrong. Like,
you're saying for breaking down your opponents as well. Do you just sort of leave that to your coaches? You like watching?
Yeah, I'll watch a bit of them. Giving just an idea of an overview of how they fight, or like stance, posture, movement, of course. But I'll leave it down to my coaches. I mean, they're going to look at it with a lot better eye than myself. I'm emotionally involved in a fight, and they can this, so I'll do this, I'll do that. Way they can sit down and talk about it and deal with it. Yeah, I'd rather just focus on whatever the shit I got going on. Fuck him, I don't care.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah. When you were competing in judo before, had you heard of MMA, and what were sort of your opinions of it back then?
Do you know, I can't really remember. Yeah, I don't think I understood really. I never really knew. Like, I don't know. But what when I was doing judo, when I started doing MMA, what I liked about MMA was it wasn't just all one thing. Like I do judo every day, or I do I could mix it up. I could do different things. Yes, as much as you love the sport, if you're just boxing all the time, you're gonna get bored. Boxing. Just give me the ability to change things up, focus on different things. Wrestle, punch me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So you like a different variety then of different, obviously different martial arts.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. Mixed martial arts is just, it's it's got. I think it's
in the name.
Just the name, yeah. No, you could do whatever you want, can't you? I mean, if when you like to change your sort of, if you're only ever doing one thing, you can just do something else today. I know it's all encompassed, I know, but if that made sense, I got bored of just doing judo.
Yeah. Were you a fan of it before you started? Like, had you been watching sort of UFC events and things like that?
No, I don't think I've ever watched a full UFC event.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, you hear some people talk about how they're just obviously big fans of the sport themselves, watching all the events, and other people just aren't asked at all. They're just like,
I'm not asked one bit. Like, I watch the highlights on, like MMA Junkie or something, but I like to find out the winners or how they won or lost. But as far as like staying up or watching a full card is not really something I'll do. I'll try and watch, like, if it's on in a good time, I'll watch one of the local boys or someone else I know on it, but as soon as that's done, I don't care.
Yeah. What's your you said about, obviously you keep fit, like obviously you said you don't like the term fight camps. What's your sort of motivation in them times between fight camps? So like say doing them marathons on the row machine, when obviously you don't need to be doing what's your motivation at that
time? Again, chicken. You can't fucking row a marathon. Fuck it. I'll have to do it now. Like, when it's in my head, I'll have to do it. I did a marathon on a ski erg as well a month or so ago.
I know what.
One of them double wanky machine.
Yeah.
Did a marathon on there. You just challenge yourself. It keeps you entertained, gives you something to work towards, keeps you fit. I'm a big believer in you know, you have to challenge yourself to do something, set a goal, and you know, so whether maybe yoga, doing a certain pose, or whether it's running distance or time, you know, you've got to set these goals. Otherwise, you know, it's fucking pointless.
Yeah. So it's like you say about playing chicken, is like trying to prove it to yourself then.
Yeah, the battle is only ever with yourself, you know.
Yeah. I mentioned the yoga. Obviously, do you still do the yoga coaching?
Yeah, I'll never stop yoga. I don't think I never stop anything, you know. But yeah, yoga's amazing. I think it's the the biggest thing missing from like martial arts these days, or MMA, is if you ever went to like karate or anything like that as a kid, or well, when I did, there was always a lot of element of stretching. And this sort of with MMA, there's so much to work on that everyone's like, oh, I need to stretch. So I'll do it at the end, do the session and never stretch. You know what I mean? It's sort of lost now, and you'll find fighters now with just so many more injuries, and athletes that can't touch their toes. You think, you know, as an athlete, like, and obviously some people got restrictions throughout, you know, different skeletal issues which might stop them, you know, forward folding, but you know, it's not a big ask really.
Is that the main thing it adds then? Yoga, just preventing injuries.
Right? Flexibility, strength, everything. It works everything. It's I think it's the best thing you could do outside of actual fight training for fight work.
Yeah. Do you ever have
Yeah.
people like scoff it in? Because obviously MMA being like a pretty masculine environment and saying you do yoga, do you ever get people sort of saying,
Not
"No,
really,
you
because
don't need to do
I quite good.
stretching"?
I quite good at what I do, and I just say, like, you know, better be a gardener in war than a warrior in the garden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll if someone come in kicking off, they'd need me. I wouldn't need them. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think I saw an interview before of you saying you nearly quit or something just to do yoga coaching.
Yeah, well, I looked at different things and just like, um, yeah, could have just gone on with it and just yeah, taught yoga full time. I mean, you know, cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. But again, I wouldn't want to do yoga, just yoga all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so
Get bored of that as well.
but then it's like one of those things, you know. I was thinking about calling it quits because I was getting fucked around or whatever, and so it's like finding a new challenge in yoga, and then lo and behold, Jude rang me. I was like, do you want to fight for Bellator? Yeah, go on then. So you know, sort of yeah, go on. I mean, that's where I thought was the end, or could have been the end. You know, it just starts again and rejuvenated me to fight again. Yeah, I was never not fighting, you know, but training. But yeah, things happen when you least expect it. Eh?
Yeah. I feel like fighter pay at the minute as well is becoming like an increasingly bigger like conversation and topic. Do you have any sort of opinions on that?
Well, some of these promotions will sell you a dream, and you'll put your life on the line for them. And it's the fighters to make the promotions, not the other way around. I don't believe fighters at lower levels, I mean, some even high level stuff, you know, get properly compensated. Yeah, because it's just a continual meat market, you know. Everyone sold the dream on. Well, if you want to make it big, if you want to be that, and you know, you're going to toe the line. You know, you're going to toe the line. You're going to get paid shit, and then you fall from grace, and then you're penniless. You're going to fucking, you got to go to work, you know, the next day, or you know, or you can't even buy a couple of fucking pub, you know, because that money that you've had in, you've got to pay on rent, or you got to pay on that. You know, it's not a fucking, it's not an easy dream being a fighter, you know. And again, that's one reason I opened the gym, so that one day, which is now, that would be my income. You know, I still have to work throughout my career and do, you know, loads of shit like, but now, you know, now I'm solely employed by my own gym, you know, and and Bellator, you know. So
yeah, must feel good to be able to put yourself in that position then, head coach of your own gym.
yeah, I mean, you look back and you think, like, would I be proud of where I am now when I was 10? You'd be like, fuck, that's cool. That's what I wanted to do then. Anyway, it's hard, as I said, like, you remember years ago fighting, like I got 250 quid, and by the end, I went up in Liverpool, and I think I had just enough petrol to get home because I spent it on the piss. I had to put a fire in after, I was out raving around Liverpool, it's like, shit, that's hard. That's just, it seems mad, doesn't it,
Yeah. What's one of the biggest things you sort of try and teach in the lads coming up at your gym?
Be honest with yourself. I think I see a lot of people that, or a lot of kids or fighters that are just so driven by like social media or how they want to look, or you know what I mean. And it's just so you get it, and just like it's strange, Yeah, social media is a massive thing with fighting because again, it's one of the difficulties of the sport. If you haven't got a following, then who the fuck are you, innit? But just you've got to be honest with yourself and the reason why you're doing it. If you want to do it, is it just to try and get likes, or to try and do this? If it's to try and get fame, it's the wrong sport to do it. It's ruthless, and if you're not doing it for the right reason, you'll get hurt. But then a lot of these people who just post up and they're not really fighters. Yeah, you know what I mean. To be honest with yourself, like
getting into it for the wrong reasons, for like social.
When you speak to your coach or you speak to somebody, and you're lying to yourself and you're lying to them. Like, I want to fight, I don't want to fight. Oh, I'm injured, I'm too injured, I can't train, I couldn't make it. I'll try and be there. There's no try, is there? Oh, as Yoda said, isn't it? There's do or don't do, there is no try.
You're the Yoda of your gym, yeah.
Well, I just think some people are calling me some other things now, but yeah, you know what I mean. And just be honest with yourself. Like, if you've had enough of it, then stop. If you're not enjoying it, if you're going through stuff, talk to someone. It's be honest with yourself, and it's yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a sport you've got to be in 100% like that. Yeah, there's no, can't sort of half have your foot in.
Yeah, no, I think you always need to have. It pissed me off, like McGregor said it, like, well, you don't have a B. I don't have a plan B because my A is so good or whatever. It's like, but then that's fair. But then he's one in a million. So many fighters are working, just to pay bills, and then they're going to the gym all night. Just you've got to have, boy, these guys should be going to doing university and stuff like that. Yeah, they should have an idea of where they want to go after it, because it's not it's a small window, Well, if you don't make it, fair enough, you can only do it once in your life, as in, you're never going to be young again, so go flat out. But if that's the case, you need people to support you, and it's not often the case. But yeah, it's only one way to do it.
Yeah, they feel like, because McGregor as well, a lot of maybe more casual fans think it's an easy way to like make a lot of money. Just turn up, knock a few people out, and before you know it, you're making millions.
Yeah, well, he's a lot higher paid. He probably gets paid more than fucking the entire UFC roster. Like, obviously on the weekend there was a UFC card. His one fight probably cost more than all of theirs. It's again with the pays is it'll get looked at someday. And, you'll still see some grievances there. Somebody's earning money, but
yeah,
whatever. It's the sport. You can't. Me barely aching ain't going to change football.
Yeah. What do you reckon to his obviously most recent fight with Poirier?
What's that?
What do you reckon to his most recent fight with Poirier?
Oh, he's a fucking knob, and I'm not a martial artist. I don't chops. I don't talk. I don't just bad mouth people really. And I think he's just yeah, I mean, of course, he's done so much for the sport, and I think thank him for that. And I imagine he's not the same person when the cameras are on and when they're off. But all he does is just bitch and moan, and slag people off. And fair enough, he is a fucking great fighter, like, isn't he, but he's earned a lot more money than I have, so that's just it's not the way I conduct myself, so.
Not one for trash talk yourself then.
Sorry?
Not one for trash talk yourself then.
No, when people try, I just rip into myself. I think it's funny. It's like, you can't trash talk me because I don't care. You know what I mean? But that's it. But that again, it's again because I don't feed into that. People love that shit. People love it, don't they? That's why they buy tickets and follow you, like your shit. But it's that's them. I leave it up to them. I probably should start, but just start a fight with someone online. But I can't be fucking asked. Too much hard work.
You say you don't care, but I feel like, do you think for some people it gets in their heads a little bit? Yeah.
And that's just, to me, is just stupid. At the end of the day, you're going to fight each other. Like, yeah. So I mean, I never understood what trash talk. I can get psychology. I understand it. I don't get it, but at the end of the day, you're going to punch each other in the face. If you call me a bloody knob beforehand, I'm not going to hit you any less harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Still same result end of the day, isn't it? Still getting in the cage.
Yeah, still letting bombs fly.
Yeah. I appreciate you chatting to me, mate.
Always.
Yeah, obviously congratulations with the kid on the way as well.
Yeah, it is. Well, we had a few weeks hard work, like with getting tested and stuff, and I had pretty much the all clear the other day. So yeah.
I remember arranging to chat to you before. Was it like a couple of months ago or something? And you had to rush to your mother-in-law's or something.
Yeah, we were telling Nan, and that was scary.
Yeah,
that was scary. But yeah, no. So everything's good with that, like and more motivation to fight. I think the baby's going to cost me quite a bit of money, so I best careful and like, it's already costing fucking money. But, oh well.
Congratulations, mate. I appreciate you chatting to me.
Cheers, man. Right, Joe, I'll speak to you soon, mate.
Yeah, best of luck, mate. Best of luck in October.